If you've ever felt frustrated because it seems like things aren't going your way, I just wanted you to know this, and that's that everything has its season, and it's all part of the process. I had a moment of awareness, or at least more awareness in the kitchen a couple of minutes ago, and I realized that, this week I'm having a good week. If you've been watching previous videos, you know that I have something going on with my foot, and sometimes I just have to look at it day by day and see what I can do when it comes to lifting. Today has been a good week because I was able to work out twice this week, and it's crazy for me to say that because, let's say 5-6 years ago, I was working out almost every day, and it hurts to not be able to do what I love doing as much as I want to, but I also have to give my body the time and space to heal. And I just had that moment that it says that everything has its season. It's like the ebbs and flow of the ocean, Everything in nature is like a cyclist, Everything has a season. And some days or some periods, a certain area of your life might be going extremely well, while other areas are just not doing much, and it can feel frustrating at times because sometimes we just want everything to go right. And unfortunately, that's not always the case. And I put a bit of emphasis on always because sometimes we do manage to do that. But it's all part of the process. It's all part of this thing called life. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. And I don't want to say lose because it makes me feel like I get into a victim mindset. The thing is that not every day will feel perfect, and that's totally okay. And sometimes, well, not sometimes, always, we need to come to terms with that because, everything has its other side. There's two sides of the medal, There's an upside, there's a downside, and we just have to learn to live with that. Otherwise, this life's going to feel miserable all the time. I used to think that I wasn't allowed to rest and nobody was forcing me to keep going. I was forcing myself. But, rest is part of growth. The same thing as with working out. If you don't give your body rest after lifting, your muscles are not able to grow because you're always working them. And I think that's with everything. Sometimes you just need to rest, pause, give it some time for things to fall into place, And don't see rest as weakness. See it as part of the cycle. And one of the things that really helped me is showing gratitude and feeling gratitude, even in moments when it feels like nothing is happening or not much is happening. I've used this example a lot of times. You plant a seed and you don't expect it to grow by tomorrow. It needs time to develop in the soil in order to grow. And I think that's with everything. Sometimes you just gotta take some steps back, see what's going on, see where you are, see things that need to be adjusted in order for you to improve and keep going. And I think if you do that more often, we get more peace of mind, we get more peace with the fact that everything happens in due time, If you are a bit spiritual, like I am, you believe in divine timing, And I think this is proof. Everything that I've ever wanted to do so far, even let's say I was 17 and I'm 36 right now, things I wanted to do back then, I believe that I didn't do them back then because I wasn't ready as a person. I wasn't as developed for me to do them. And now that I'm older, things are just falling into place, Dreams that I've been putting off are just coming to fruition because apparently this was the time I needed in order for me to be able to handle them. And if you look at yourself that way, it gives you a lot of peace of mind. And if you don't believe in it, I don't know what to tell you, but, to each their own. But to me, it works. And that's why I believe people have religions, because it kind of gives them something to hold on to. The thing is that seasons of abundance, they teach you a lot, but also seasons of scarcity, And like I said before, it might be gratitude or it might be to appreciate what you have in a way that is kind of gratitude. But, it teaches you a lot about yourself, a lot about what you're able and willing to deal with, and also the people around you, of course, You sometimes hear stories about people who were extremely wealthy. They seemed to have all the friends in the world until one point they lost their money and everybody just disappeared. It can mess with your mind. I can totally imagine that. But at the same time, it can also show you that you basically don't need anybody, and especially not fake people. I feel like this video is all over the place. I think being in the present moment is the antidote for frustration, because if you want to be somewhere else, it means that you're not happy right now with what you have, and that kind of make that feeling of frustration and dissatisfaction come to life, and that can give you a very negative feeling. And I'm pretty sure you've experienced this. I know I have. And I think if we flow with life, things become more stress-free, more effortless, and fighting the stream or fighting against the current of life is going to make everything feels like there's a friction. And when there's a friction, you kind of feel this tense energy, which gives you stress. So by making peace with where you are and making peace with the fact that everything has a season, everything has its moment, we kind of ease into life more. And then the energy you send out to the universe is that you're ready to receive whatever it is your wishes. And yeah, man, I think if you do that more often, you will definitely benefit from it. Yeah, that's it. I just had this experience and I had to share it with you. So if you made it this far, thank you for your time. And as usual, I will see you in the next one.